What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back with more Danmachi. Now, yesterday we got the new episode of the anime in. The review of that should be live on the channel by the time this goes up. But we also got the new Chigusa unit. Now, we got some data on her a bit late into the session. I don't think we've actually covered her yet on the channel. So let's talk about what she does and whether or not you guys actually want to go all in for this unit. So she is an assist. She does all allies. Now, this is worth noting. Note, this isn't a strange one because when she's level 60, she's self. When she gets any kind of, I guess, bond beyond just level 60, she becomes an all allies. But it's an all allies, null physical buff times 2 at full maximum break. Status buff plus 3 turns, okay? Now, that is null physical attack 1 and status buff plus 2 turns when she is just, you know, plus 1 or better. So, here's the deal, guys. Basically, the way these units usually work, now it's not super specified here, but the way these normally work is that this happens as soon as she drops in the game. So normally what you would do is you'd put her on like a backline unit in War Game, and that way whenever she comes out, whatever physical attacks are next, every ally gets 2 free physical hits that don't do any damage. Also, status buff plus 3 turns basically means that when she goes into play, whatever status buffs you have on your allies at that point in time get basically become buffed for an extra 3 turns. Now, note that if you put her on the front line, just my understanding of how this works, and once again, I haven't tested her, I don't know for certain, but usually the way this works is that if you put her on the front line, she does nothing. She does the status buff. So she's a unit you have to put on the back line. Now, she's a good unit in that regard. Getting those extra buffs would be nice, and especially if you have somebody that's coming in that's going to debuff your units. So she's really good in that regard, but you are betting on the fact that you're going to get attacked by physical attacks, and it is worth noting this is really only useful in War Game. You could, in theory, use her in Record Buster. You could, in theory, use her in any other event, but she's going to see her best use in War Game and War Game alone. And as you guys know, whenever I'm rating a unit, if the unit is like for one specific purpose, I start to really kind of, you know, kind of lean away from that unit. For that purpose, I do kind of feel like she's maybe not an easy skip, but definitely a possible skip. She's not fresh CP. She's none of that, nothing like that. You know, unless you really, really have to have her for your War Game team, I think she's a pretty easy pass. Now, we do get a freebie, so let's see what happens with the freebie. And it is worth noting, though, with a unit like this, you almost have to get bonds in order to make her work. We got a 4-star right out of the gate. Don't think that's her. Let's see here. Nope, it is not. It is Tione. Very old Tione at that. So, doesn't look like anything's real. Well, I mean, to be fair, it was a gold door. We did get a 4-star right out of the gate. So, maybe, I'm not really hedging any bets on it, though. Yeah, no. So, we got one older dark type Tione, and then that's it. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not going to use her. I have plenty of units that nullify physical attack. I got plenty of units that do the status buff replication. I don't necessarily need it. Maybe I'm missing out. I'm sure there's some people that see like a huge amount of value of her in War Game, but for me personally, for the teams that I've got, the teams I'm building, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass. So that's my take on Chigusa. Once again, think of her like a War Game exclusive, and even then, it's a unit you almost have to put on the back line, knowing that you're either going to sack someone or someone is going to get taken out. So, probably not a unit you want to rely on, but if you do use her, you are going to definitely see the benefit in her. I just say for the vast majority of people watching this video, probably not for y'all, but, you know, if she is, you probably already knew that. So, there you guys go. My two cents of this. We'll be back to talk about more Danmachi. A lot of you guys asked about specific teams, so I think we're going to start talking about that coming up really soon. So, stay tuned, like, comment, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.